Hey everyone, this is Jasmine with Be True to You Tarot with the energy read. This reading is going to be for the Cancer new moon with the partial eclipse. Now the way that I decided to do a reading, I've been trying something different, is these are all Rider-Waite tarot decks. However, the top row is going to be the conscious, so what is currently being seen. And then this row here will be the subconscious, and these will here be the spirit messages. I kind of started doing them this way just because when I give a general reading, it's like all the messages come in at once, all the channeling comes in at once. So it's good to get, very specific messages for very specific channels kind of as much as I can, because I want the message to come across as clear as I can. So we're currently in Cancer season. It's been a little bit rough with this watery energy. A lot of us have been dealing with subconscious wounds when it comes to family, how we nurture ourselves, how we take care of ourselves, relationships, how we love one another. And within this season, many of us have realized that either the people that we've been pouring into do not return because they're unhealthy in an emotional sense, or we're unhealthy in an emotional sense. And I've also seen a pattern where people are starting to realize that they're not putting enough into their own cup. And this has been a beautiful season. I mean, it's been very heavy. However, it's beautiful because with Cancer season and with this partial eclipse here, a lot of us get to start on a new slate emotionally. And, I woke up this morning and I just felt, because Cancer is in my Venus, and I woke up this morning and I just felt clear. I just felt like I didn't have so many energetic ties anymore that were heavy and toxic. Especially if you're a Cancer, you're getting like this new slate to make decisions right now, to point your life in the direction that you want it to go. So now, to start off with our reading, let's start with the subconscious. We have the Queen of Cups upright. And then for the subconscious, clarifying that, we have the Lovers. And then Spirit's messages, we have the Three of Wands in reverse and the Hierophant. I'm not surprised to see the Queen of Cups here. It being, Cancer season and many of us all in our feelings. But what I'm seeing in this message here is that many of us are getting in touch with our divine feminine space. That's the space of receiving and giving in equal terms. That's the space of learning where is it that we become disconnected in that nurturing energy. A lot of us have addressed maternal wounds, whether that you address that with your mother in the physical, or whether you're doing that unconsciously, because that's where we get our maternal energy from. So with that being said, this energy here of revisiting our receiving and how we receive love, how we give love to ourselves, if we're giving love to ourselves, many of us have come to this place where we realize that it's time to choose ourselves. That going on and living a life where we're just constantly giving and giving and giving and giving and giving to others, this very valuable energy, and not taking the time to check in with ourselves and check in with our own emotions to make sure that we're getting what we need in return. Because when we're constantly pouring our cup dry and not taking the time to make sure our cup is even runneth over, we become drained. We're not able to create a foundation because we're not even putting the action into ourselves enough to create that strong, solid foundation, because the energy that we need, we're pouring into other people's foundations. So, and I've realized too a pattern in just my personal readings that a lot of people have gotten into relations before Cancer season with those who have faulty foundations as well, and they've attracted that partner in order to show them that they have a faulty foundation emotionally. And this is that season, especially with this eclipse coming, where those toxic karmic relationships are starting to fall apart because the foundation is getting revealed. The truth is getting revealed. As in any partial eclipse, especially with the new moon there too. There's a newness sense of, I don't want to continue choosing other people besides myself anymore. You're feeling the transparency of your foundation. You're feeling the transparency of the situations and the relationships you've put yourself in, and realizing that the love that you want, it's too real, it's too pure to stand on anything that is not strong in the emotional sense. If you're an earth sign, this could have showed up in your life in a way where you're noticing that the relationship that you put so much hope in, actually all signs, I'm sorry. The relationship you put so much hope in, the one that you've been holding on to, the one that you've been trying to prepare yourself for, that you've just been trying to manifest for so long, you're realizing it's not coming into your life for a reason. And that reason it's not coming into your life is because right now, for the collective, we're reaching a point where certain relationships we think we want are not going to be manifested because it's not in our vibration. We've grown out of a certain vibration where we can no longer accept relationships where we're pouring in more than that person is pouring in. We can no longer get into these relationships where we're the only reason it exists in the first place, and that person is just there. These are lessons that we've kind of already went through, and we're done with that now. It's now time to invest in ourselves, to choose ourselves. The Lover card here, it usually speaks of a soulmate twin flame relationship, but I feel like this is really saying that you're your twin flame first. You're your soulmate first. Your relationship with yourself is the most important, period. And because of that, until you fix that relationship with yourself, every relationship you try to build lackfully on that is just going to fall apart. And I rarely say things in the sense of without free will, because we have free will, and free will is the utmost, universal law here. However, as a collective, we're getting to a point of awakening where our intuition is so strong, our higher self is running the show to the point where we see through situations before we even step foot in it. You know at this point when you're getting into a karmic situation. You know at this point when something just isn't good for you and it shouldn't, and it's not going to come in your life. You kind of just have this feeling. And with the Chariot in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles and the Two of Swords in reverse, there is this stagnant energy of wanting to hold yourself back. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to take focus off of your material wealth because your physical is a reflection of your internal. But holding yourself back from making the decision to walk away from things that no longer serve. With this new eclipse, with this new moon and this eclipse coming in, these decisions, the energy to make these decisions, the motivation, the confidence is coming in. And these cards, like the Queen of Pentacles and the Chariot, are going to be flipped upright. The Chariot being the Cancer card. These are going to be flipped upright. So, like I said, the Chariot, this top row is the conscious thing here. So if you're feeling stagnant right now, if you're feeling like you're not moving as far and as determined as you want to, just rest assured that as this comes in for the next 6 months, you will be facing issues and realizing that you stand in your own way when it comes to how much you want to move forward. A lot of you want to start businesses. A lot of you guys want to walk away from jobs that no longer serve you. A lot of you guys want to speak your truth when it comes to a relationship. A lot of you guys want to start brand new, a whole new life. And this is the energy to do it right here, is this partial eclipse and this full eclipse that's coming in. This new moon is a fresh slate for everyone emotionally, especially when it comes to moving into different locations, starting a new home, restarting a relationship with yourself. This is that energy that you want to harness right now. So if you're feeling stagnant, if you're feeling like money is not flowing into your life, if you're feeling like your physical world is not reflecting back to you what you desire, just understand that a lot of that has to do with you not making the decisions that are necessary, that need to be made. It's like like I said, like the collective is just getting to this place here where we know the decisions to make. We know to let that go. We know to speak our truth. And it is hard because our intuition is so loud and it's so abruptive sometimes. And it's like, nope, that's not for you. And we're just like, wait, what do you mean it's not for me? Why? Can we just sit here for a little bit longer? And that's fine. Free will says you can sit there for a little bit longer if you want. But this stagnant energy it's tiresome, right? We're ready to move. We're ready to have this new life. We're done with these karmic lessons. And those karmic lessons have closed. And we're ready to move forward and live in this financial abundance that many of us know we're supposed to be in. And have the reflection of our external world reflect purely what's within us. How do we do that? Making the decision, regaining the hope here that you are on the right path. There's a lot of self-defeating thoughts here with the Ten of Swords, King of Wands, and reverse. And I'm just going to say again, the top row is the conscious, what you feel, what you see, what you're thinking. And the middle row is your subconscious, and the bottom row is spirit. So tying into the stagnant energy, tying into needing to choose yourself in an emotional sense and pour self-love into yourself. Here we are with the mental energy that there is a sense of lost hope. There's a sense of doubt here. There's a sense of when are things going to get better? When are things going to turn around? All this manifesting I've been doing, all this healing I've been doing, and nothing is changing. And these are self-defeating thoughts that are being let go. They are being let go for sure. And what Spirit is saying about these thoughts here, because we manifest what we think, and we're tired. So I don't want to come off, saying, oh, you manifest what you think, so if you get frustrated, don't get frustrated. No, frustration is normal, especially during an awakening period. And many of us are awakening rapidly right now. I mean, out of nowhere. I've done readings for people who've never had a reading before, and then their whole lives have just been changing ever since. And it's scary. And a lot of us feel like we're losing our grip on reality and that we're going crazy and that we can't get a hold on our thoughts because they're just so out of control. And Spirit is saying, you want to trust in the process. Start doing things from a place of personal satisfaction. The King of Wands doesn't have anybody else in this card, if you look. He's looking out, with the blue, throat chakra speaking his truth, with the yellow, solar plexus, with this orange here, that's all sacral, that's the creativity, that's the power, that's the truth, the confidence, and his green little cape thing. It's not a cape, it's a robe. His green, whatever you want to call it, heart chakra. It's a very powerful card. The King of Wands energy acts from a place of personal satisfaction. And I'm just going to tell a quick story really quickly about something that happened in my personal life that really reminds me of this right here. Because there's been times where I've doubted the process so much. I've just like, all right, I've done this, I've done that, I've done the healing. Why am I not receiving as much as I expect to receive? Why is my physical reality not reflecting back to me? And it's because I'm not doing everything. I'm only doing the things that I feel comfortable with, because the things that I feel uncomfortable with, I feel like are going to get blown up in my face. What am I talking about? For instance, starting this channel. Going back and forth in my head of like, I don't want to start like a channel right now. I'm not ready. Saying that over and over again. For instance, my website, I write articles on medium.com, and I'll put a link in the About Me so you can check those out because they're very helpful, especially along this journey. I tie psychology and spirituality together to help those who come from a logical front. And I've had a hard time starting these things, even though that's where my passion is. And the reason I had a hard time starting them is because I wanted to guarantee that I would be accepted by external sources instead of doing these things simply because it's where my passion is. When we do things from a sense of personal satisfaction, a sense of personal emotional fulfillment, we don't care what other people think because we're using our gifts, we're utilizing our gifts because this is what we're meant to do. It's from a different place. It's a different power. It's a different type of motivation. It's not something where you have to sit there and convince yourself, all right, let me just put myself out there. No, it's like, I want to do this. I want to do this because my heart's in it. And I want to put it out there and inspire other people to do the same thing. If your heart is in making music, do it. If your heart is in directing movies, do it. If your heart is in a channel like this, do it, because you will find down the road that you're inspiring other people and that people need to hear what you have to say, because no one else can walk through your shoes ever, period. And we have no way of seeing other people's lives objectively either. We don't know what people are suffering with every single day. And you having that urge to go forward and deliver some message, but then pulling yourself back from these self-defeating thoughts of like, I'm not going to be accepted. What am I thinking about? I'm going crazy right now. I'm going crazy. I have a job. I can't do this. Bump that. Do it. Like I said, the collective is waking up at such a, we're going to such a high level right now that our higher selves are coming out full blown. It's like there's a need to express from our heart. And there's going to be a point where so many people are going to be doing readings, so many people are going to be finding their tribes, that there's just going to be an outpour, this outburst of love. And I'm even feeling it. Like, my skin is just getting tingly right now, because we're all calling our tribe in at such a high rate. We're putting out such an intense, strong frequency out that it's just bound to attract the things that you see in your mind that you want, the things that you desire. It's just this message and the partial eclipse that's coming, and this new moon is saying, this new moon, this new energy, harness it. Please harness this energy and move forward with it, whatever that means. If you're still nervous, if you're still scared, I get it. I understand. I mean, we've all been raised in this society where if you're not accepted, you feel like shit, where we're all taught that you need to be validated, where success is literally taught to you a certain way, and they're told to you that happiness is a destination that you reach after you do this, 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 and this. But as the collective that is awakening, we know that that's bullshit. Excuse my language for those who are sensitive. But we are coming to this place where it's like there's enough downloading. There's been enough information for all of us. We know, for many of us, what we want to do. And if you're watching this and you're like, I have no idea what I want to do, fine. You're on the right path. Listen to me. If you don't know what you want to do, but you're moving forward, and what you do know, that's what you need to be doing. Whatever nudges you get, even if it's just dropping by a yoga class, you'll realize that dropping by that one yoga class you've been urged to, you get inspired to start a business. That's what I'm saying. These urges, these whispers from our intuition, they may sound really simple and really general and just like, whatever, I don't have time for that. Like present me with something big where you can guarantee I have money and then I'll do it. No, that's just not the way Spirit works at all. It works intricately. You go to the right place at the right time, you meet the right person at the right time, and the next thing you know, your life explodes. So, with our last message, we have the King of Cups, and that's the conscious. The Knight of Pentacles, the subconscious. The Nine of Pentacles, and this is Spirit, with the Four of Wands in reverse and the Four of Cups in reverse. So, this watery energy, man. with the King of Cups, this is that masculine coming to that energy that you do deserve to move forward, that emotional motivation to move forward, like I said before, of believing in that personal satisfaction more than anything else and wanting to move forward. This could also be a water sign, a male water sign in your life that could be showing up, that's coming towards you. I rarely pick out signs like that, but I did get that there could be a water sign that is moving towards you right now, that you may reject because you're ready to kind of live on your own and be single. You might be ready to just give this cup to yourself and come into union with yourself and move forward. Another message that I'm getting with this is that be careful not to give up on this dream. that even though that it feels slow, you are still working towards something. And don't think for a minute that you're not working towards something. You know? This Nine of Pentacles, this is a independent, financially stable energy here, and many of us haven't had this, especially through this awakening. Many of us, if anything, have lost finances. So we're starting to lose a grip of having hope on this. But everything that you've been doing, you're moving towards this. This is not the time to ignore your intuition. This is not the time to gloss over the opportunities that are in your face. Just because it looks small, smells small, and feels small does not mean that it's not going to snowball effect down the line. It's like the way that this is going, this energy, this beautiful energy is going to come in is by listening to your intuition, because this Knight of Pentacles energy is very slow moving. It's very, you know, hard working, just like, oh, I'm just trying to get above this hill here. So it can be tiring. But I just want to tell you with this partial eclipse, guys, with this new moon, these energies are about to flip, and this new slate is going to come in. And I know you might be like, I'm tired of hearing that shit. I'm really tired of hearing that. And listen, I understand. But as long as you sit here and you keep with these self-defeating thoughts, you are going to keep attracting these self-defeating situations where you're going to continue to feel tired. Place yourself in high vibration thoughts and emotions. I'm going to tell you right now, do some programming at night with I am affirmations. They work amazingly. Start journaling. Start looking into your natal chart to figure out what it is what blockages you deal with every single day. I mean, I looked at my natal chart and I blew my own mind. Like, look at the oppositions between planets. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? It's like it's gotten to a point where it's like, yeah, we can sit here and we can meditate all day and we can manifest, but what are we doing when it comes to pouring into ourselves? Are we getting to know ourselves at the deepest level, at the subconscious level? Or are we just saying, Spirit, can you just fix this? Just fix this for me, please. Like, I'm tired of it. So I feel like this message, I'm surprised this message came out. I thought this message would be completely different for the partial eclipse and the new moon. But this message is really saying that, hey, listen, we get it. You're frustrated. You're tired of being stagnant, of feeling empty, feeling drained. The awakening symptoms are taking a toll on you. Totally get it. Of being broke or of working too hard, mentally, emotionally, putting in too many people. Got it. But listen, it is now in your hands to flip this plate, to wipe the slate clean, and to open your eyes at the opportunity that's in front of you. There's healing available here. For the next 6 months, your life is going to change dramatically, and it will change as fast as you surrender and release to the power of these new moon energies. All these eclipses and these planetary movements right now have been divinely timed to happen at this time, because the collective, us, are meant to wake up and wake others up. So you really don't have a decision at this point. I'm sorry. But if you're a part of the collective, you're on this channel, if you're looking at tarot, you are meant to wake up at this time. I'm going to be doing each of the signs now, starting with Sagittarius, and I hope you catch me there. We'll get into more specifics, and you can go into my About Me if you're interested in a personal reading. I do intuitive coaching, and also my website for my articles will also be there too. I'll see you guys there.